Hello everyone, we're recommencing our Ask the Mayor Anything question time, and we wanted to make sure, even though we're in the middle of COVID-19, that there are other things happening in council and other things happening for you. So we've started this process. We'll be back every month. I'll start with Justin Pascoe. Why haven't we got a new skate park? You showed us plans for 2 years and we are yet to see any improvement. If you offer kids nothing to do, they will turn to drugs and crime. Look, Justin, we want this very much. We actually have put in many applications for funding. We think we're on the final list, so we've got our fingers crossed. It is about funding. It's not anything else but talking to the state government to see what we can do. As soon as they actually make any announcements, watch our Facebook page, because we will be celebrating with all the kids when they come back to the park. Kirsty Phillips, what was the final cost of the Civic Centre renovations? Kirsty, the final cost won't be until the court case is completed. And we await that. We're hoping that it was going to be finished by March, and the delays will be because of what's actually happening, the pandemic that's happening. Joanne Morgall, why isn't the library allowing remote borrowing like other libraries are? There's no difference from stations receiving parcels and letters to receiving a bag of books. Alternatively, a range of time and a place for remote borrowers to collect the bags and when they're in town. Look, can I just say, Joanne, we understand that you can't access the library at the moment, especially for our remote outback book service. But part of it is that we need to actually make sure you're protected and our staff are protected. In the meantime, we've done a couple of things. We've got an app that people can go online and download books on. So if you're having trouble with that, just contact the library by phone and they will help you with it. Also, we actually have programs online that you can watch. I use the app personally. It's a great app. So you can download books. It's not going to stop you from reading. It just means you're not going to hold a book in your hand. They also have audio books for those that are interested. And they've recently started another app where you can download videos. Having trouble with it, just ring the library and they'll be able to help. Brett A. Lennox, with the recent death of a person being hit by a stolen trail bike and another trail bike colliding with police vehicle, how will council solve the ongoing issues of trail bikes, registered or not, running riot around Broken Hill at night? This is indeed very sad, Brett, very sad. But auto theft and vehicle accidents and illegal driving are all police matters. So if you're at home and you can hear someone driving around and you think that they're doing that thing called hooning, ring the police and let them know. The other part is if that anybody has a bike stolen or a car, ring the police straight away. This is a police matter, and I think that our thoughts are with all the family members for that person that was passed, that was hit by that bike. Sophie J, the new waste system at the depot is difficult. It is extremely hard to empty a trailer without getting mess everywhere. Can council have a discussion about changing the design to fix this issue? Sophie, we're aware of this issue. We've actually are looking at solutions to make it more user-friendly, and the councillors went out and did a site inspection to make sure they understood the trouble that people were having. Designs are being changed, but we just have to wait till we get and we can let contractors at that site. Bryce Henderson, when you're going to give it up and let Tom run the show? Lovely, Bryce, thank you for that. Bree Hill, footpaths on my nightly walks through the north and central area. I find parked cars, trailers, rubbish, dirt piles, low-hanging branches and hazards. I use NetStreet app to report these hazards. Does council ever receive this data? No, we don't, Bree, we don't receive this data. The best way to get anything fixed is contact our friendly customer service so they can pass it on to the work crew. So using apps like NetStreet, if council isn't signed up, and there's a lot of apps out there, we don't receive the data. So just pick up the phone, ring our council staff. Although our building's closed, we're still here and you can still access us. Paula Clare, What would it take to get council to add the chemical symbol from the periodic table to the relevant street signs as they are being replaced? So many of them are faded and need replacing. Adding a little more information won't hurt with a passive learning. Great idea, absolutely great idea for the future. However, we've just ordered 723 signs, and we're just waiting for them to be put up. But that's something to think about other things we do. Certainly, I'm in Cobalt Street, as everybody knows. I'll have to think how I actually put that up. Lots of people have asked about roaming dogs, particularly in the West area. So I'll address all these questions at once. There are simply too many dogs at the moment roaming. The best way is, can I ask everybody, be responsible dog owners. You have a responsibility first to your pet, to yourself and your family, and to your neighbours. Be a good neighbour and make sure you're looking after your dog. Our rangers have already stepped up their patrols in the West, but they can't be everywhere. I think we've said it a million times, be a responsible dog owner. After hours, you can ring an after hours number. People contacted me on the weekend. They got through. You ring council, they'll tell you the number. It is an 02 number. Don't be fooled by that. Still ring it and they can do the assessment and call the ranger out. I know at the weekend our ranger went out and that was great. They were able to capture those dogs. Part of it is that for all of us, we have to actually make sure our yards are safe as well and make sure that we think about our community. Thank you for that question. Rachel Wynett, is there a possibility that in the future we as a community find a fitting way to commemorate and honour Gary Radford? Over the years, he has contributed so much that so many in our community, for so many of our community, and he will be sadly missed. Can I say Gary is one in a million? He's an iconic figure for Broken Hill, certainly one of Broken Hill's favourite sons, and will be sadly missed. It is time now to mourn, think of his family, and in the future there will be discussions of how we honour him. But for every organisation that Gary touched, that he supported, think about what you're going to do as well, not just what we do as a community. So I thank you for all those questions. They were very different, and it wasn't about COVID-19 because, as I said at the beginning, although we're in this pandemic together, there's still life is going on, and we have to make sure as a council we deliver for you. Thank you for taking the time, and I'll talk to you all again next month.